Hello and welcome to another ICT lesson. Today I want to see how I can show you how we can control how data is being entered into MS Access database. There are some times when if you don't control how users enter information in the database, you will end up with a lot of invalid data being fed. For example, you might find in the field for gender in a table, other funny things are entered instead of male or female. Or in the field for the phone number, you find that even letters or alphabets are entered instead of numbers. And to prevent this, we must have a way of preventing the user or guiding the user while entering data in the database table. Now today we will look at how to use lookup fields. These are simply ways of providing options where a user will choose. For example, in the field for the gender, instead of allowing somebody to type anything, you provide a list, and that list will have male or female to be chosen. And that way you are able to prevent how correct information is fed in the table. Another way is what we call validation rules. You can tell a field in Access to accept only certain options, else it will give an error or it will give an error message to the user. So that is what we call validation rules. We give it some rules and tell it only accept A, B, C, D. If it is not ABCD, then provide a message, and that message is what we call validation text. Another way of controlling how correct data should be entered in the Access database is by setting some field properties. A good example is the field name for the phone. And if, for example, my phone number is only 10 digits, I don't expect any digits less or more than 10, I can set the property of the phone number field to accept up to 10 characters, but not more. So in that case, I'm setting only the field properties of a certain column in MS Access table. Then finally, uh, in order to ensure that there is integrity of our data and nobody can come in and interfere and modify whatever is in the table, it is advisable to ensure that we use what we call form to allow somebody to enter information in the table instead of allowing somebody to directly interact with the access table and type information in it. I will go ahead now and show you how we can implement all these methods in MS Access. I will start MS Access. Choose blank database. Here you don't double click, you just click once or tap it once. Then in this window, you will provide a name. I am going to make a database for a manufacturing company. Let me call it Manufacturing Limited. Then in this icon, I will choose where I want the access file to be saved. So I will click the icon, choose the desktop, and click OK. So from this link here, you can see it is saved in the desktop of my computer. I will go ahead and click Create now. When Access opens, it shows default table, and I will simply choose the design view here, and it will prompt me to enter a name. I will just call this table employees because I want to record information about employees in it. Then in the employees table, I will have field name and I will choose data type for them. So the first field I have is employee number, and I'm going to write it here, employee number, and I want it to be auto number so that automatically when a new record about a new employee is entered, this person is given a number automatically by computer. Then last name, the next is gender. Then in the gender field here, I don't want somebody to type anything except male or female, so I'm going to use what we call lookup wizard. In the lookup wizard, it will guide me into putting options to be chosen by the user. So in this box, I will go straight away and choose, I will type values that I want, then click next. Here I will add M for male and F for female, nothing else, and choose and click next, then finish. Also down here, the next thing I will do is to specify for this field, I have to specify the validation rule here for the gender. So for the validation rule here, I will accept only M or F, and that is the rule. Anything which is not M or F, it will give an error, and the message for that error, I will put it here. Choose only M or F. That is what we call validation text. I will go ahead and enter the next field. That will be phone number. And here I will use short text. Then I will specify in the field size, I want only 10 characters. I want only 10 characters for the phone number. So I'll put here 10. Anything more than 10 should not be accepted. I will go ahead and finally have a department. This is the place where the new employee will be working. And here I will use lookup wizard because I have 3 departments. I have admin, marketing, and factory. So I will choose here lookup wizard again. I will type values that I want next. Here I will have the first one is admin department, another one is marketing, and finally I have factory. Then the next, and then I will finish here. Now for this one, we must also put validation rule for the department. Validation rule is accept admin or marketing or factors. So it will only accept only these 3. options. Then in case somebody is typing anything out of the three, it should give an error. Enter will tell the person choose only from the options given in the list. So there will be a list combo box to guide somebody to choose. If somebody types anything apart from what is in the list, this error message will appear and will tell somebody to choose only the options given in the list. So finally, I will now save these changes and switch to datasheet view. You can see here my table is now ready to accept data. Here you can see options which are allowed. Phone number, I can only accept 10 digits, not more. And for the department, somebody has to choose from only of these three. Now the last thing we want to do is we don't want the person who will be entering information to interact with this table. So I'm going to create a form for it. While it is open like this, the table is open like this, you click create form. And in this form which appears here, you can now click here, form view, and now we are going to use this form to allow users to enter information but not interact with the table. So I will close now my table and save any changes. And now I can even close this and give this a name. Let me just call it data entry form. Now you can see here in my access objects pane, I have a table and a data entry form to be used by the users to enter information in the table. I will open my data entry form. Remember, the employee number is automatic. We will not type here. And I will enter the first person, Bruno. I will press tab to move to the next text box, Mali. In the gender, somebody will only choose, this is a male. Phone number of this person is 10 digits. I will type it. And department, somebody will just choose, this is a factory guy. Assuming now here I type anything, okay, you can see it is giving me an error message, choose only from the options given in the list. That is the work of validation rule. So I will go back and choose factory. Same to gender. If I type anything apart from M or F and move to the next field, an error message appears telling me choose only M or F. So I will have to choose here. Bruno is a male. So you can see we are controlling how somebody is entering the information. Now we will move next here, next record, and the first information is saved already in the table. Now the next person is Emma. Shruda. And this is now a female. Phone number can see it doesn't allow more than 10. So it is 23, 41, 20. And the department, this girl is coming from admin, will be working in the admin. I will click next. Then I will enter the third person, Charles. Eddie. And Charles is a male. Phone number 0723 423421. If I add another letter as to the 10th digit, it gives me an error and it won't allow me to type any information. And this person is working in the marketing. Then I will click next. Now we have used the form to enter information about 3 employees. I can now go ahead and close this form and show you our employees. If I double click it here, you can see I have 3 people. I have entered through the form in a controlled way where errors were prevented while we are typing the information in the database. This is all I have for today. Try this at home. See you next time. Bye bye.